Hello everyone, it is the evening of day 21.
We did it!
We did it! Woohoo! Yay! We made it. We have a couple of things we want to talk about, and we wanted to discuss what we have learned throughout the reset.
This is basically our top 10 that we wanted to share with you. Number one being that your mind needs a lot more food than your body does. We definitely learned that over the course of the 3 weeks, as far as, every time you want to eat, you really have to think about, are you eating because you're hungry, or are you eating because you're bored? Are you eating because you're in a certain situation that says that you should eat? And when you really stop and think about it, I almost guarantee you that at least half the time that you're eating just because of the situation. You're not eating because you're actually hungry. I challenge you to, if you think that you're hungry, I challenge you to go grab a glass of water, wait 15 minutes, and then see if you're still hungry. If you're still hungry, then eat. But I bet you'll find out that a lot of times you'll actually feel a lot better, and you won't need to put those calories in your body that you thought you did.
Okay, and we also found that healthy foods do take longer to prepare and to cook, but they're delicious and it's worth it. And like you said, you can eat more of it because it's, veggies. And we've learned a lot of ways not to put all sorts of sauces and other things that add extra calories and take away from the actual vegetable itself.
The actual natural flavor of foods can be really good when you know how to cook them and make them right. We also learned too that we do carry around a lot of water weight and a lot of toxins and stuff in our bodies, and it's just amazing how much. I was already a pretty fit guy when I started this, and officially as of this morning I lost 15 pounds. I don't physically look any different, really. I lost probably a better percentage of body fat, and most of the other stuff was probably all the stuff that's in my intestines, colon, things like that. Once I got all cleaned out of all the junk and all the toxins and stuff with the fat cells, and once the water weight was gone, so I'm just contributing it to that. I actually had a conversation with my coach, and he mentioned too that he thinks that I agree with him 100%. A detox person that has actually detoxed their body is probably about the equivalent of somebody 10 pounds heavier that hasn't detoxed their body, just because for myself, all my insides are squeaky clean right now, or somebody else is still carrying around all the junk. So
we also found that when you're deprived of your favorite foods, it's very hard for you to stay on course and not cheat and not, and again, it goes back to a lot of it's in your mind. Your mind is a very powerful thing, and especially with food. Like, I know I had my struggles this week, and I still do with my sweet stuff. I could care less about eating chicken or a hamburger or anything. I just want something sweet.
And
but I've been good.
It's amazing too. You actually, when you get yourself hungry and you start really thinking about it, it actually makes you mad. You get cranky. You get really, really hard to be around. You get snappy. You tend to get more emotional.
Did I do that?
No, you didn't. There was only one day where I was working with my friend, and I just told him to stay away from me pretty much. But and I'm not like that at all. It was just totally took over. I couldn't even focus. Everything I was thinking about was my stomach. I just could not shut it off. So that was a really tough day, and I learned a lot that day as far as my mind has total control over what I eat. So that was pretty overwhelming. Let's see. When you eat healthy foods, you can eat a lot more of them. We're all about portion controls and things, but when you're eating all vegetables, fruits, all natural products and stuff like that, you can actually have a little bit more food, and you'll actually find that it doesn't take you as much food as it would like processed foods and stuff to fill your stomach up and to feel satiated. And you can actually stop before you pile on all this stuff. But even if you do, when you're eating healthy and stuff, most of our plates that we ate were, in probably like the maybe at the very most 400 to 500 calories. And I'm talking, we ate a lot of food. There were some meals that had a lot of food in them. And some of them were just like, wow, should we really be eating this? But I did, for the simple reason that I wanted the calories. But it was just, some of the meals it was amazing.
We learned how to cook our foods better. Going back, not a lot of sauces. No more microwave. So we learned that pretty much kills a lot of the good stuff in your vegetables if you microwave it. We were introduced to a lot of foods that we had never heard of, for one, or never tried, or never thought about trying. I found that I actually, I don't mind guacamole and I like avocado.
Yeah.
You know,
And
along with a
jicama.
salad.
Who ever heard of jicama?
Yeah.
But we put that in our salad, and that's definitely a staple in our diet now. That's a great. Is
Yeah.
it I don't know if it's a fruit or a veg. I don't even know. I think it's a root. But
We don't know what it is, but it's
whatever it is, you put it in your salad, and it makes a really nice crunch, and it tastes delicious. So.
It's crunchy and it's juicy and.
Yep. Let's see. We don't have to have meat with every meal. That's I've always been a pound of chicken a day kind of guy, and that's just the way I've been for the last year. And that mentality has completely changed for me now. I know I don't need to eat as much meat to get the same kind of nutrients and to feel as full. I honestly don't feel that I need as much protein as I have been eating, because if you get it from different like whole sources, like the quinoa and the rices, things like that, they're more of a complete protein, so your body actually processes them better. So really, you can get away with eating a little bit less. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to keep my protein intake high for the simple reason that I work out hard, and you need protein to recover in your muscles. So it's very important to keep it up. But I'm getting it from different sources now, so I don't need to have chicken every single day. So that's going to be, I think we're going to try for like 2 vegan days a week. So I think that's a good goal. Mm-hmm. And then for me, one of the biggest things I took away from this is my digestion has improved dramatically. Before I started this, I was having all kinds of cramps and bloating and gas and stuff like that, and it was very uncomfortable, and quite frankly, it was pretty embarrassing in most situations. And I mean, there was some days where I couldn't even be around myself. It was just so horrible. But I can honestly say the last 3 weeks, I haven't had any of that at all. It's completely gone. My stomach has felt great. The water timing and stuff like that. Not drinking with the with your meals and stuff, so that way you're not diluting your digestive enzymes and stuff. It's worked great for me. I think I'm going to keep that up too. And the other thing that also worked out really good is I never could sleep really good. I'd be up like every hour, every 2 hours or so. I'd just wake up. I wouldn't necessarily get out of bed, but I'd wake up, I'd toss, I'd turn, and then I'd fall back to sleep. So you're never in that REM sleep. Now, once I hit the pillow, it takes me a couple extra minutes to fall asleep, but it's very rare for me to sleep less than 6 hours, just non-stop, and you get into that deep sleep and have some pretty weird dreams lately and all kinds of stuff I wasn't used to. So that's been nice.
And the biggest thing we found that doing something like this, you need support. We had each other, which was great, and we also had our girls on Facebook that were with us in our Facebook group, and we definitely had our days where we were complaining and, oh my God, I want this, or I can't do this, and why did we do this, and all that kind of stuff. And it was nice to be able to talk with someone else who was going through the same things you were. And so it's one thing for us to talk to someone, who's doing something that we've never done and try to push them through it, but since we were both all doing it together, it was really nice too.
Big shout out to Carla and Amanda and Wendy. They all did amazing. They all had, a couple of them were stuck, and they lost a bunch of weight. One of them lost 13 pounds, the other one lost 9, I think. One lost 12. Just awesome results. Mm-hmm. And because we all stuck together, we've been together. They've been in my challenge groups before, so it was pretty cool to go through it with them. We consider them friends, so they rocked it with us, and I gotta give them a shout out because they stuck to their guns too, and they're coming out of this better people just like we are. So it's pretty awesome.
And now everybody's excited for the next challenge and getting ready to get back to exercising and seeing what we can do now.
Yep, fitness and nutrition equals success. So